Hello everyone. This tutorial is about how to redirect KFB characters to the ALS Advanced Locomotion System and add nodes to the character blueprint. You can switch weapons, change material parameters, and make all the model components of the character drivable. Once you grasp these operations, you can further utilize these nodes in your own developed motion blueprints or other character motion blueprints. If you find that the file names, file locations, and this tutorial are not consistent, it may have been updated to comply with store regulations or other requirements. The tutorial is using an older version, while you have the updated one. Within the content, the folders are divided into 3 parts. One is the blueprint folder, one is the map folder, and the rest are SK model component folders. After the update, the 3 blueprints that were originally placed in the redirect folder have been moved outside. The character's body and head were originally separate, but in the updated version, you will find that they have been merged. Because the tutorial was recorded before the update, if you see inconsistencies, simply locate the corresponding files, and it won't affect your understanding of how to handle these files. The redirected pose has already been moved to the redirect folder. Furthermore, in the tutorial, we used to import player game inputs from the project settings. After the update, this has been moved to the config folder. The character's helmet was originally configured as visible in the blueprint. After the update, it has been set to be invisible at the start. First, open the Unreal Marketplace, locate the permanently free asset, ALS Advanced Locomotion System, and download it to your desired storage location. To shorten the name, if you are using UE5, set the version here to 5.0. Alright, let's create it. Before developing this character, I didn't anticipate it to be this complex. As it's designated to be a central character in the game, the various configurations for the character have become much more intricate, taking several times longer than a typical character to complete. So if you're a creator, perhaps you can understand the pricing of this asset. The good news is that the supporting character models don't require such complexity and variations, which will significantly lower the price. In addition to the main character, there will be 2 companions and 2 major antagonists in the Kung Fu theme. If you truly appreciate this Kung Fu theme, your support would be greatly appreciated. This will inspire the development of subsequent characters. Thank you. First, download the KFB asset package you've purchased. Choose the UE4 or UE5 version you desire. Then open it, and move the KFB items from the content folder to the ALS project. Select the content folder, and then close the KFB project. If you're using UE5, right-click here and choose Convert version to 5.2. Click OK, then open it. Apart from the version-specific settings here, the next steps in the UE4 tutorial are equally applicable in UE5. Please follow the UE4 tutorial, as it can be used in UE5. Open the ALS project. Now redirect the character to the ALS skeleton. First, create an animation blueprint folder. Then open the character skeleton. This is the pre-made redirected pose. Just open the KFB skeleton. Then open the ALS skeleton. We are going to add ALS virtual bones for the KFB character. Select IK handgun. Then add again. Then copy the name over. Then to this one. Then copy the name over. This one is above. Save it. After completing it, we will import ALS redirected poses into the skeleton. Import it. Use the current pose, click. Then save. Close it. We open the KFB animation blueprint. Specify the virtual bones created just now for the node. There are these two as well. Save it. Find the ALS animation blueprint, right-click and choose Retarget Anim. Replace the ALS name with KFB. Set the file location. Select KFB character skeleton, and then retarget it. Also, remember to convert animations in the Action folder. With the redirected animation blueprints, we can now replace the ALS model with the KFB model. Here, you can see the KFB animation blueprint references and the KFB character blueprint. We need to transfer the settings inside them to the ALS motion system. Copy the ALS blueprint, then rename it to KFB. Move the animation blueprint here. Now, open the ALS character blueprint. And also open the KFB character blueprint reference. A minor addition here. The KFB asset package for UE5 has been migrated from UE4. The content in UE5 is exactly the same as in UE4. However, in UE5, the component ordering within the KFB character blueprint may differ from UE4 due to different software versions. But by following the UE4 method, you can still understand how to proceed in UE5. Let's continue with the previous tutorial. We should first copy the components over, before copying the blueprint nodes, so that the nodes don't become invalid. It's essential to note that components attached to the main skeletal mesh come in two types. The first type of component shares the same skeleton with the skeletal mesh. They must have the same animation to maintain overall motion. This node is to ensure these components receive the same animation as the skeletal mesh. As for the second type of components, they have their own skeleton, or even static meshes without bones. They can be animated using physics simulations, like smoke bombs, earrings, and weapons held in hands. Therefore, when transferring these components, it's crucial to differentiate between them. Now, select the KFB skeletal mesh. Click on it, and import it into the ALS character blueprint. Also, change the animation and save. Next, start by copying the shared skeletal mesh. Copy it to the visual mesh in the ALS blueprint. Delete this one. disconnecting it temporarily. Disconnect them for the temporarily unused ones. Then continuing to copy the remaining second type of components. Start by copying this earring. And this earring as well. They must remain in a straight line. Choose the bone_L slot. And copy the parameters. The components you can't see are hidden. After completing this part, we will begin copying the nodes. Since these nodes haven't been created yet, you must go to the KFB animation blueprint to create them. Now let's open the KFB animation blueprint. Also open the KFB animation blueprint reference. Locate this. Create this node. It's 0.1. And these two nodes beside it. If you feel there are issues with IK, you can adjust the parameters of these IK, the displacement of the feet, and the IK of the hands. All of them can be adjusted. This parameter controls the backpack shaking, affecting the bones of every weapon and backpack that requires shaking. You can adjust its magnitude. If you're not satisfied with these effects, you can even create your own nodes to modify its effects. Now let's go back to the character blueprint. Promote to a variable. Duplicate. Remember, this is 0.1. The backpack shaking will decrease when taking off the weapon. Now let's duplicate the ragdoll system. Check the collision of the character. And the collision of the capsule. Be very careful with this. If something goes wrong, you must check everything. Now duplicate nodes from other blueprints. Close the windows that are not needed first. This is this. This is the camera's XYZ. One for scaling. And then there's displacement. It seems there's nothing to change here. Close it for now. Actually, you must duplicate this. But I forgot to do that. Then I just named it KFB. If you need the original ALS system, you should duplicate it. Now open the parent blueprint of KFB. Remember not to open the wrong one. We need to open the KFB blueprint parent class. Now we need to modify the ragdoll system. There's no need to change anything here. because these inputs haven't been created yet. Let's go to the project to create it first. Import it. In our KFB files, there's an input. Import it, and it'll be good to go. This node is for closing the character's eyes when they die. If you don't need it, you can remove it. This one is when the character crouches. When the character crouches, the muscles in the knees will expand. They'll return to normal when standing up or not crouching. Let's continue. This is negative. This is camera scaling. And then 7, 8, 9, 0 are camera displacements. I seem to have accidentally copied one earlier. It's fine. Let's go to the event blueprint. This one is for the character's robustness and the dirt and blood marks when in the initial state. Set it according to your needs. This can save you a lot of work since adjusting it in individual material is very complicated and troublesome. Let's copy these nodes over. This must be corrected. We don't need this right now, so you can connect it when you need it. However, I must correct this as well. It seems like it's finished. Let's test it out. Remove these connections. The animation blueprint for the character that we set up earlier. Seems to come from the reference blueprint. We should place this blueprint in. Let's delete this. Since we copied it from here just now, its parent class should be set as KFB. This is the full version of character control shortcuts for KFB. This is the basic version. Open this. Let's open the UI of ALS. Delete these three. And then copy. Press the Tab key. But there was no response. We need to modify the player controller. In the game mode, set the controller to be KFB's and save. OK, all controls are now functional. The getting up action hasn't been added yet. Let's go back to the character blueprint. Some animations haven't been imported yet. If there are any problems, you can leave a message or send it to my Discord. And there's one last simple setting, which is this X. So, when the game starts, the camera won't be too close. And with that, the tutorial is also concluded. Thank you.